Now, as we enter winter, it's more important than ever that we're aware of the dangers in our home. Superintendent Paul Johnson from Fire and Rescue New South Wales is here. Good morning, guys, as well as your whole team. Thank you for coming along.
Good morning.
Wow, that smoke
Let's start in the kitchen where a lot of fires start, right?
Yeah, over half of our fires start in the kitchen now, and that also accounts for about the majority of our fire injuries are also from kitchen fires. And it's from people basically unattended cooking. So people putting something on the stove, they start cooking, then they move off, they're distracted, and you see what happens there, it catches fire. Now, if that happens, there is a simple way to put out a small fire, and that is by putting the lid back on, as SO Spec is doing here.
Oh!
Once oxygen's reintroduced, it flames up again.
Yeah, right.
And we've also got fire blankets and extinguishers for that.
So you turn the source of the power off, or once
That's
the fire's...
what we would then turn the source off. But we're going to show you what not to do here. If we just step back, what we don't do and what we can't do is put water on this fire.
Oh, really?
Why not?
So, let's watch what happens here.
That's the most obvious thing. Whoa!
All right,
Why does water do that?
It just reacts with the heat of the oil, the flash point, the boiling point. It just gives this explosive, instantaneous flaming.
So what
we ask you to cut off oxygen. So the oil is heated to a temperature where it will ignite once it comes in contact with oxygen. By taking the oxygen out, by putting the lid or a fire blanket on, we put the fire out. Then you can turn off the stove and leave. And
what if you
it's out.
What if you don't have a fire blanket?
Okay, if you don't have a fire blanket, what we say, if you can't put it out, with a lid or fire blanket, you get out, you stay out, and you call 000.
So
don't go back in.
Don't make any attempt to...
If it's too difficult, if it's too large, if you're not confident, just get out, stay out, and call 000.
Okay, all right. So everyone's starting to pull out heaters and electric blankets at this time of the year.
Yep.
What's your best advice there?
Yeah, we have an increase in all types of fires during winter, not just in the kitchen, in the bedroom and the lounge room. Now, Firefighter Goodman can run through the dangers of electric blankets, heaters, etc.
Shari, hi.
Hi, Shari.
So, during the cooler months, there is a 9% increase within the house of bedroom and living room fires. This is due to the use of electric blankets and heaters and the like.
So how do they catch fire, the electric blankets? Let's start with that.
So faults can lead to that, leaving them on for too long, any sort of damage. So it's important that you do test them before you put them on your bed by leaving them out and checking for any extensive heat or cold spots.
Old heaters?
Yeah.
And then the heaters as well, ensuring that you keep all the objects a metre from the heater for safety.
Okay.
That's a good message.
And you've got, is that a toaster that's melted?
It is a toaster. Someone likes their toast very toasty. So make sure that all of your electrical goods are safe, there's no damage to the electrical wires, and that you do turn them off after use.
Okay, and an iron's gone there as well.
Again, so this may have fallen over.
Yeah.
Causing it to heat up.
People often leave their irons on, don't they?
They do, and that's very unsafe. So as soon as you finish using your iron, make sure you turn it off and do never leave your iron unattended.
I quite often see in people's houses these plug connection things.
Definitely.
And they often have a little bit of black on them, and people still use them.
Exactly. So if you do find that your connection board is going black or you have any damage to the electrical cable, make sure you discard it and purchase a new one. Also make sure that you never overload the electrical boards, because this can lead to damage and fire.
So the fact that there's 4 plugs there, does that mean that you can put 4 appliances in?
Yes, but no more. So make sure that if you find that you've got those sort of double connections, don't apply those as well.
That's a great Australian thing, that, isn't it, to have as many connections on those things as possible. But let's talk about these fire alarms. They're so important, the photoelectric and the ionisation.
Yeah, definitely. So when it comes to fire alarms, we either use the photoelectric or the ionisation. It is best to use a dual where possible. That way you're covered for both stages of a fire, from the smoke to when it is smouldering.
You recommend one over the other, though, don't you? For people out there. I mean, it's important just to have a particular, or have whatever you can in there. But there's one over the top of the other.
We're continuing to research which smoke alarms are best. One picks up the smouldering fire, so the smoke from that smouldering beginning of a fire quicker, whilst the other picks up the flames quicker. So as long as it's an Australian standard and it's working, it's got the battery installed, we purchase
and get them
either
checked,
one.
because people turn them off.
Exactly. Ensure that you've changed your batteries recently as well. You should have done so at the change of the daylight savings.
And if you haven't, tomorrow's the first day of winter, perfect timing.
Exactly.
Where can we get a fire blanket and a fire extinguisher.
Any supermarkets and your hardware stores, your major hardware stores, supermarkets, you can get a fire blanket or add an extinguisher, a smoke alarm. Again, just look for Australian standard.
Yep.
Make sure the batteries are changed if you already have one.
Yeah.
And as many sleeping areas. We want these smoke alarms to wake people up. So not in the kitchen, bedrooms and outside the bedrooms.
Okay, and Fire and Rescue New South Wales, keep looking at when cooking, safety information and recipes as well. Head to our website, and just as a by-the-by, these gentlemen behind me will be appearing in the next Firemen and Women's calendar.
Yes.
Just
We
keep
put
your
in
eyes
our
peeled.
recommendations.